One. Hi everyone, this is Christine Josty of Mail Something Pretty, and today I wanted to show you these really cute and fun treat boxes. Aren't they cool? So I'm going to show you how to, we're going to make this Halloween one, and but you can see how you can just convert the same box into, your little tag topper of whatever you wanted to do. So they're super fun. So what we're going to do is actually, this one is Halloween, and I'm using the Halloween magic dies, but as you can see, you can turn them into any occasion. Happy birthday, or as I did Christmas and Thanksgiving. We are going to use these Halloween magic dies. And I also did use the coordinating Hallows Night stamp set. And I'm going to show you how you can even turn this stamp into a non-Halloween stamp. So you can use it for a lot more ways than just Halloween. Alrighty. Grab my paper trimmer. And we're going to start with a piece of black cardstock. And here are my measurements. The top, take it apart. The top of the box and the bottom of the box, they're done really the same way, except the top is slightly bigger so that it can fit on top of, it slides right on top. All right, so the top of the box is 3 and 3 3/4 by 5 3/8, and then the bottom is 3 11/16 by 5 5/16. So it's just slightly different. I'll put those there. All right. So we'll start with the top. So 5 3/8. So 1, 2, 3. By 3 3/4. And for both the top and the bottom of the box, we are going to score each side by 1 inch. So I actually like to do that. Use this side of the trimmer. So put that at 1. And I use my score blade here. And then just rotate each for each side. Makes it easier. I used to do it on the opposite side, and it's really much easier doing it this way. All right, so that's the top. And then the bottom, what did I say? Is 5 5/16. Let's see, 5. So I count by 2s, right? Because they're done by the 16ths of the smallest ones, and then the 8th. So I'm going to go 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6. I want 5. By 3 and 11/16. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. All right, and the same thing. I'm going to score on the 1. All right, so that's the bottom. So here's a little trick. I'm going to write in pencil. I can really do whatever, bottom, so I don't forget. That's tough because those are going to get covered up with the little label. Because they're so close in size, you just don't want to get them mixed up. Okay, and then we are just going to notch kind of right along the score marks on each of the 4 sides. And that just makes it, you can, that was a big one. You can do it without, just sometimes gives you a little bit more wiggle room when we put it together. I'm going to do this side. I have to see my score lines in this light. All right, I'm notching them a little bit bigger than I normally do because I can't really see very well. All right, so there we go. So our top and our bottom. And we're just going to fold on all the score lines. My lighting in here is awful today. I can't even see. I have the sun's coming through my window, so it's like in my eye. All right, so that's all folded. The next step, which I actually already did, is I cut two, I'll show you, oops, two of the larger dies. So here are the dies you get for that Halloween set. You get a spider, some bats, this edging, which I guess is supposed to look like bats connected, but I'm telling you, I have a really hard time seeing the bats, so it just means you can use it for any kind of edging. I would never think that was Halloween. So again, another versatile piece. Flowers, a stem, more bats, and then you have these two, which are my favorite out of the set. So this is the larger. So I'm gonna cut two of whatever color your base is, but I did two black out of that, and we'll use that one in a minute. So those are here. There are, it's not really, you know, some dies have like a stitched mark. It's a straight line. So there is kind of a right side and a wrong side, which I'll show you how to use in a second. So, you know, it's a minor detail, so if you do it upside down, it's not a big deal. I'm going to use my glue. All right, so I'm going to, oops, I didn't fold that side. I found it easiest. I want to just put it together like this. I didn't fold that side either. All right. If I put glue on these two at the same time, you can use the Seal Plus if you want. But I'm just having this off camera. I have a little, there we go. I have a little clog. I do those at the same time. Again, you can use the Seal Plus, but I like the glue because you actually now you have a little wiggle room. So you just want to make sure, I didn't fold this one so great. That you don't want to go all the way in, right? Because then my box wouldn't be a box. So you just make sure that that line up with that line up. Now again, if I didn't do those score lines, it would just be, you know, perfectly like a right angle, except if you score it off a little bit, then you have a little height difference. So it just gives you a little wiggle room. All I have to do is hold it for a second and it sticks. All right, and so what you can also do is take the bottom of your glue and just kind of press the sides. This helps out. All right, so there's the bottom. We'll do the same thing for the top. And I'm just making sure that those two sides line up. The other side. Oops. I didn't fold those so great. There we go. I'll just pinch them together. Okay, so that's our top and our bottom. Again, they look the same. That's why I wrote the top on the bottom. Oh no. Okay, so the top, actually we'll start with the bottom. The bottom, remember I said I had these, you know, that just it's a nice little edging. So I want that up for the bottom because we're going to stick that there. So again, we're going to use our glue. Sticking to me. Just going to put this a little closer to my head so I can see. Okay, you just want kind of a line up. And this is what I wanted to use the glue for, the bottom, not the other side. So that just helps kind of get it nice and flat. So that's the bottom. And then the top, so the top's going to go this way. So you want the nice edging on the facing side, so then you can even flip it over. Ooh, that's a mess. I have like a little clog stuck in there. I'm gonna be all sticky. That's all right. Nice and flat. Usually my glue's not so messy. Okay, so then that's going to go. So there is your box. Isn't that cool? I'm just gonna press it down a bit more. So then to decorate it, I already stamped it. So I stamped with this stamp, which does have the spider webs, you know, so that's definitely Halloweenish, but I will show you in a second how to make it non-Halloweenish. And I found it easier to stamp the Happy Halloween after I cut it out. So I stamped it and then I cut it with a smaller die. And now I'm going to stamp Happy Halloween. Oh, and I smudged it. Darn it. All right, I'm not gonna glue that one over. I won't glue that one on. So normally I would glue that on right here. I would add my little spiders and my doodads. Oh, I got glue on this. Yeesh, I'm making a mess. So it's gonna look like that. Don't touch the black or any ink on the white right after you stamp. Okay. All right, so that's the Halloween one. If I wanted to use that same Halloween, you know, that same border, I stamped it here. I stamped Best Wishes because this is not going to be Halloween. And then I'm going to cover up these spider webs. So what I did, remember I said that there's a flower and a little stem or leaves in this set. So I cut those out. There we go. I cut it out, and you can glue it on paper, and then I cut it out with scissors. So there I got my flower. So that is going to cover up that web. And then the smaller one, I cut another flower, and then look, I cut this flower from that, so I got a smaller one. I did the same thing. I glued it on just a different color cardstock, and then I got this little flower, and then I will put it on there. So then it covers up the webs, so it doesn't look Halloweenish. So another way of using that stamp. You can do it without the border. I just did plain white, just cut it out of plain white. I used a different stamp, but I decorated it with flowers. And then, like I said, I showed you these ones before. I did Christmas and I did Thanksgiving. So you really can use these dies for these boxes in any sorts of ways. You know, you can make any happy birthday, place cards for, you know, a nice dinner or whatever. It is too small for a gift card. So where's the you know, I put a bunch of candy corn in here, but it's just a little too small for a gift card. All right, so I think, I'm just making sure, checking on my notes. That was all I wanted to show you with this one. But they're fun little treat boxes. Here. Actually, I'll put this one in there too. I have to put the bottom on. All right, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you like the project. I hope that maybe you'll give it a try and make a whole bunch of fun little boxes. Be sure to visit my website, mailsomethingpretty.com. And if you're not on my mailing list, please sign up for my mailing list. I send out weekly emails, and right now in the middle, right in the middle of doing 20 weeks of handmade holiday ideas. So they're exclusive ideas sent only to my mail list. So I've sent, this is week 10, I think. So 10 more. And then be sure to check off, click that bell to sign up for the YouTube channel, as well as all the other social media. So everything's at Mail Something Pretty. Thank you much for watching. This is Christine of Mail Something Pretty, and I will see you another day. Bye-bye.